To some more now on our second leading story this morning. In the Democratic Republic of Congo, a release of a convicted former militia leader, Thomas Lubanga. The former head of the UPC rebel militia left Makala prison in Kinshasa over the weekend after completing a 14-year prison sentence to which the International Criminal Court, ICC, had sentenced him for having recruited children and having them fight in the DRC's Ituri province. Hundreds of his supporters, that is of the UPC, a militia that has now become a political party, came to welcome him after his release from prison. Bridget.
Exactly, and Thomas Lubanga was released from prison on Sunday and immediately attended a mass celebrated on the occasion of his release at the Fatima parish in Kinshasa. For the 100 or so activists of his party, the Union Congolese Patriots, UPC, who cheered him on his release, Lubanga, the first convicted person in the history of the International Criminal Court, was called by activists a guinea pig, the Mandela of Ituri, and a victim who sacrificed himself for others. His return to Ituri comes at the time when 700 civilians have been killed in deadly attacks since December 2017. The victims are overwhelmingly members of his community, the Hema. So what impact will the return of this ex-militia to his community have in the region? We talk about this with Gaël Mpoyo, our correspondent in Kinshasa in the DRC. Good morning, Gaël.
Bonjour.
Good morning. So ex-militia Thomas Lubanga was released from Makala prison on Sunday after serving a 14-year sentence. What were the conditions of his release?
Quelles ont été les conditions de cette libération?
Yes, the former head of the Union of Congolese Patriots, UPC, Thomas Lubanga, left Makala Central Prison in Kinshasa, where he completed a 14-year prison sentence. Lubanga had been convicted on 10 July 2012 by the criminal court for enlisting children and making them fight in Ituri. Lubanga's trial started on January 26 in 2009. He was transferred to The Hague in 2006 and pleaded not guilty. He served part of his sentence in The Hague before being transferred in December 2015 to Kinshasa to Makala. Hundreds of supporters of the UPC, his militia, now a political party, came to welcome him on his release from prison. Lubanga went to church for his first moments of freedom in the company of his family and supporters. He said, "I am returning home with forgiveness to allow the rebuilding of society."
Pour permettre la construction de la société, a-t-il déclaré à sa sortie.
Gaël, tell us, what's been the public reaction to this release, to this news? Tell us.
Well, in Bunia, his fiefdom, a motor caravan and a public address was organized by his party's party members to welcome his release. Despite this, these sympathizers are still claiming his innocence, but the victims of the war continue to demand reparations. He is expected in Bunia this week, and the population is expecting him to receive a grand welcome. The UPC was accredited in 2004. Only 1 year later, he was arrested, the president was arrested, and the Secretary General was also arrested. They say, "We fought." Thomas Lubanga is going to reinvigorate the activities of the party. Pelet Kwasara, the chairman of the political committee of the UPC, has reassured.
Vous parlez des leaders de l'UPC, son ancien parti, et sa libération intervient.
So his release comes at a time when the region in Ituri is experiencing some violence and unrest. So what could be the impact of his return within the region? Well, being a leader in that area, his message will be well received by various armed groups, because even whilst he was in prison, he had always called on young people to disassociate themselves from arms. Even though these armed groups would be supported in the majority of the politicians living in Kinshasa, according to some civil society members. So we're waiting for his message when he arrives in Bunia to analyze the impact it will have on the ground. He was prosecuted for recruiting child soldiers and committing grave human rights violations during his time as one of the main ex-militia in Ituri between 2002 and 2003. So Lubanga was arrested in Kinshasa on 19 March 2005 and incarcerated in the penitentiary center in Kinshasa, which has since been renamed the Makala prison.
Merci infiniment, Gaël Mpoyo.
Well, thank you very much for your insight there, Gaël.
Merci bien à vous.
Thank you.